I want to just thank my colleague from Georgia for his very thoughtful comments. Senator Isaacson has been working on a biennial budget for a very long time. I was pleased to join him in this session of Congress, and I agree with him. I think this is one of the ways that we can encourage more oversight of our spending and hopefully address some of the budget issues that we face. So I appreciate and share his beliefs that this is an important change that we should make. I'm actually on the floor, Mr. President, not to speak on the balanced budget amendment, however, but to talk about what I believe is very important for us to do before the end of this year, and that is to address the extension of the payroll tax cut. In November, the private sector added 140,000 new jobs to our workforce. In fact, businesses have now created 100,000 jobs in each of the last 5 months. This is a positive trend that we haven't seen in the past 5 years. And while this is encouraging, we still have a long way to go, because more than 13 million Americans remain unemployed and millions more are underemployed. These individuals and their families are struggling to make ends meet during this holiday season. At this time last year, Congress passed bipartisan legislation to put more money into the pockets of working Americans. We cut payroll taxes for workers, an effort that increased take-home pay for the average household by almost $1,000 in 2011. Now, this tax cut isn't just good for families on a tight budget, it's good for our fragile economy. In New Hampshire, the payroll tax cut has meant an extra $600 million in our communities. There are some who want to allow this tax cut to expire at the end of the year. But let's be clear. If the tax cut expires, this would mean the average family will see their taxes increase by $1,000 next year. This would mean taking $120 billion out of our nation's economy, money that would no longer be spent at our supermarkets, at our retailers, and at our gas stations. That just doesn't make sense. Independent economists have predicted that allowing this tax cut to expire could cost our economy 400,000 jobs next year. Some have even predicted that the United States could face another recession if we don't take action. Members of this body have also suggested that this tax cut would starve Social Security of needed revenue and endanger this bedrock program's solvency. With Americans relying so heavily on Social Security to meet basic needs, this is a serious charge, and one we should take seriously. However, the program's chief actuary has written that this tax cut does not hurt Social Security's finances. Instead, this proposal contains provisions to require that the Social Security Trust Fund be made whole. I recently supported Senator Casey's proposal to not only extend payroll tax cuts for employees, but also to expand them to increase the average family's take-home pay by an additional $500 next year. This proposal would have cut employer payroll taxes, making it easier for small businesses to keep current workers and hire new ones. That proposal was fully paid for with a 3% tax on people earning more than $1 million in a year. Because of the way it was paid for, the legislation was blocked. Now, my friend from Pennsylvania, Senator Casey, also introduced a compromise plan, which I supported. But again, unfortunately, it was not passed. Mr. President, I think particularly now at this time of the year, at this critical stage for our economy, everyone should agree on preventing tax increases for working families. There are some competing ideas about the best way to accomplish this, and I welcome that debate. But Congress simply cannot afford to saddle middle-class families with a $1,000 tax increase in the midst of an uneven recovery. It isn't right for our small businesses, it isn't right for our communities, it isn't right for our economy. Time is running out to extend the payroll tax cut. I urge my colleagues to support this effort. Thank you very much.